feel like all of the GSIs that I've consulted with would be good ETCs just because they're seeking out a consultation, seeking out how to improve their teaching. Um, Shows that they clearly care about their students. So, yeah.
I would say any GSI can make a good ETC. It's not so much about like knowledge of material or anything. It's just if GSI values the teaching aspect of their job, and I think if they value um, the student needs and want to know more about that, I think that's perfect. But even just having an interest in the education side of teaching is really sufficient for somebody getting involved with the program.
We help, in summary, we help make GSI's job of teaching and getting feedback easier, in summary, right? So we help make them better GSIs. We help make them help their students learn better.
Yeah, I would say that in general, an engineering teaching consultant meets with GSIs and IAs, identifies what kind of problems they might be having in a classroom or what things are going well in the classroom, and then works with the GSI or the IA to provide some suggestions and think of some new ideas, things they can incorporate into their teaching or their discussions or their office hours that will improve the experience for everybody. And importantly, how to do those things in an effective and time-efficient manner. It's very important for a lot of our GSIs and IAs.
So ETC is sort of a couple of functions. One is consulting with GSIs and IAs by going into their classes and observing them, as well as gathering student feedback. In addition, sometimes you consult with people on challenges they're having in their class, as well as meeting with the other ETCs to talk about pedagogy and issues that come up in consulting and in teaching.
As an ETC, a lot of what I did was contacting students, GSIs, IAs, about setting up midterm student feedback evaluations or MSFs. Probably spent less than 5 hours a week in total, although some weeks are more, some weeks are less. But after playing email tag, the best parts are getting to meet up with students, discuss issues that they might have been having in their classes, getting to actually shadow classes and or office hours, and then having debrief meetings where we got to discuss what worked and what they feel like they can implement moving forward. So all that kind of together was pretty fun because they got to learn about other GSI's experiences and other GSI's and IA successes, and I think that made hopefully them better, and it also I think made me a better instructor.
I really enjoyed my time as an ETC. I liked getting to meet people outside of my research area, my department, my sort of hyper-focused social network, because it's a big college, and so it's really fun to interact with people who are passionate about education and teaching in other departments and doing other interesting things.
It's just so many things. I really loved this program. I think it was extremely valuable in anything that you want to do as a career. So whether you want to go into consulting or be a teacher, you can use everything. Like I will use everything that I learned here for sure. Just like learning how to elicit feedback from people and talk about that feedback and like make improvements based on that feedback, like that skill alone I think is valuable in many different ways. Teaching in general like was really great to be a GSI and also an ETC at the same time because I could like make changes to my teaching in real time based on like our meetings that the ETCs have every month or so. Yeah, all of the things are super valuable, I think. Yeah.